So before the video starts, let's go over this new feature which YouTube has implemented. They are giving creators new shortcuts or ways that you can actually, as the viewer, get to their content. And because they gave me absolutely terrible one, I decided to change it. So now if you go onto YouTube and type in max_NYPW, you will be able to come across my content specifically. So this way you will be able to see what I'm currently up to and potentially even consider what you might watch, because I kind of do need the views. And you can do this with all caps, but unfortunately without the underscore and the just gap it will not work, as you can see. So that's gonna be it. I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day and let's enjoy the video. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Project Wunderwaffe here on the Your Professional Walkthrough channel with me, your host Max, for the 1.1 patch. Well, with things working out the way they are, maybe it will be even 1.2 patch until this is released, but due to my busy schedule, I had also some pre-recorded footage because once I picked up the game, I just kept playing it and recording it, so I did not want it to just lose the footage. So it went onto the channel, and by the time you will be watching this, God knows what date it will be. But anyhow, we are back, and of course the enemy front lines are closing in and our productions are absolutely horrible as is. So again, god damn it, the game is realigning what I have where. I don't understand this. When I started this game, the order of this was entirely different, so I don't understand why suddenly the prefabricated walls made it to the middle, but it's really pissing me off, and I would love it if I would actually be capable of changing the order of these things, of how they are placed where. So we're gonna continue with the episode, and we're gonna have to keep producing all sorts of goodies in order to make sure that the war does not end too early. And unfortunately, the current weapon systems which we are able to provide are not going to be able to help us out. So in order to change things and be able to do things, we're going to have to conduct additional research. We're able to get to the second tier at the end of the previous episode, so now we're gonna try to get the advanced mines to work for us, because these things are gonna be absolutely amazing in order to help us get a whole lot more out of these mines at much faster pace. And the biggest problem is going to be me trying to get the chemical plant up and running so that we can start producing TNT, or the explosive compounds, so that we can start producing explosive weapons. Once we are able to start making the Stielhandgranate, these things are absolutely awesome, because they are going to be able to actually buy us a decent enough time for us to be able to do things. So maybe I will try to make my way towards the increased efficiency. That would be something which I would probably appreciate quite a lot. So if that will be possible, I would definitely try to work my way towards it. So we did build these mines in here in order to clear out these deposits. Some of them are absolutely laughable, so they will go kaboom quite quickly. I still hate the fact that I first have to remove the people out of the mines before I delete them, because if I just delete the mines, the workers are gonna stay in there and they're gonna die because you demolished the mine with 10 guys in there. So definitely not gonna be a pleasant Oktoberfest if you would decide to do something like that, so try to avoid it if you can. Okay, I'm trying to get more workers in, because those automated mines are going to require, of course, more people. And the automation will also come in at a hefty price, because these things are, well, they are pricey. They are not super cheap to be obtained. 300 gold. We're gonna have to smelt some gold here, I see. So problem is we don't have apparently sufficient quantity of golden ore. No resources to dig. So this deposit of stone is therefore being exhausted. We're gonna get all these fancy resources back. And if we would actually have that additional resource, or the additional resource of the resource recovery of 50%, we would have obtained even more. So we're gonna go with that, and then we're gonna try to get over here. And you can already see the problem. We're kind of broke. We're gonna get 600 gold. So that's absolutely awesome. That's gonna help us with computerization, warehouse logistics. And I'm not sure if it's us reaching the warehouse logistic place when the actual main warehouse is going to start to screw around here and there, because when I played this before the 1.1 patch, what happened was that basically I had this issue that, for example, the production line was creating all these resources and they were not shipped in here, despite the fact that before we were completely capable of storing them in here. So not really sure what is affecting this, but we are gonna see. Okay, let's make some 3 weapon components. No resources to dig. That has been taken care of, so that's a-okay. Currently, we're not conducting any research. I want to get this thing done, so we need gold for that. And unfortunately, we do not have a sufficient quantity of golden ore, despite the fact we have 10 guys working on it. So this is why I would love to have the advanced mine constructed over these tiles right below here, because this thing would be able to help me out tremendously. We would only require 1 guy to work there. We would get the efficiency of 300%, and considering how much gold is located in here, it would actually be quite useful for us to tap into this deposit specifically. So I cannot smelt this. We can smelt at least this. I can make some of the copper. You keep working on these. We're gonna need a whole bunch of these as is. Those two. We can make the other stuff as well. Keep the production going at all costs, at all times. Train is arriving, so that means the gold is gonna be given to us, and I want to increase therefore the efficiency. So come on, hand it over. Once we have the increased efficiency, that's gonna be super useful, and we can mess around with these additional features like the officers' quarters. Even though I have absolutely zero freaking idea what the officers are responsible for, maybe it will be for some weird gizmo eventually, but who cares. Infrastructure, tunnel, build it, production, advanced mine. So we're gonna go over here. 6 tiles of gold and 1 tile of iron. So this will be quite the useful deposit to have. I'm gonna take away 1 guy from this gold deposit because it's 480 something gold, and this thing is gonna have, I'm guessing, at least like 2,000 points of gold, or maybe 1 point something ton. It would be nice if we would come across a super heavy rich deposit. 400. This one is gonna be depleted rather quickly. There's some gold deposit here. There's massive deposit of gold even here. Stone deposit would be nice as well to tap into. Unfortunately, these deposits are quite pathetic, so I'm not really sure how effective they are gonna be in us being able to make up for what we need. So let's take a look. We have, 2.7 tons of goddamn gold just in this location. That's absolutely ridiculous. And this thing has 300% efficiency, 11 kilos of iron. Even if that thing would get depleted first, the 2.7 tons is gonna keep us well supplied for a ridiculous amount of time. Theoretically, we can upgrade this to try and accommodate a majority of the workers. And if I would be able to, I would try to build another one of these mines somewhere. Question is, what deposit or what resource is right now our top priority? So let's cram them in here for the stone production. This thing is gonna go quite nicely. So I'm hoping this is gonna help us maintain some sort of better warehouse logistics, computerization, better drives, better quality for a wide range of devices. Let's go for it. We're gonna have to go down this route and also down to get to the chemical plant. So advanced water pump and the advanced power generator is definitely something which I will need to look into, because for us to even reach the tier 3, as you can see, you will have to have 875 top capacity and 1075. So you cannot do that by just building the basic power generators and such. It will not work. So this is something which we need to account for. Have we upgraded the... Let's go for it then. 2 prefabricated walls. You guys keep making this. So MP40s. Let's make this 2. Scientists have been upgraded. Theoretically, worst case scenario, we can build another lab. This way, we are gonna get more knowledge points. Since we have more scientists, we can accommodate them, and this will help us out. So what do we need? What do we need? What do we need for the advanced water pump? 220 sciencey points. We are at 180. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Get it here. And then we're gonna have to wait and save up gold and science for this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it seems like the gold is steadily growing at the number which we have in our reserve, so that's a-okay. Gotta be still careful with the camera, because if you are at the sped up rate, even now, like, my camera is stuck to the top. So that's really unfortunate. Remove it, get the resources back, and if we have research the increased efficiency, especially, I'm hoping that everyone is producing at some faster rate, although I'm not really sure for whom does this apply, god damn it. But I would like to know. I would definitely like to know. Okay, MP40s, I guess we can build up some reserves of this nonsense just to be on the safe side. This. So we are producing everything and anything. 100 kilos, 400 kilos iron ore is being extracted. That's okay. That's fine. This is gold. We can tap into this. That would be great. If we can tap into this in regards to the stone, that would be great too. Problem is, we are currently lacking the iron plates because we are using them for all sorts of things. So that's not gonna work. Cement is at the top. I really don't understand why this keeps getting rearranged, and why can't I have control over what is placed where, because it's really making it annoying to me. Then you have to be aware of, like, what the hell and why is it specifically that the cement building is heavily prone to actually screwing you around with this type of stuff. None of the other production buildings do this, so I don't understand as to why this has to keep happening. That is really annoying. It is really annoying. Let's get the advanced power generator. And so infrastructure, this thing will require gold and prefabricated walls, so we're going to be forced to make those. And I don't know, should I be even sending the MP40s anywhere? It's not like they're going to make that much of a difference. As you can see, for one day, we need 24 or 20 pieces, so that's absolutely horrendous. We have 24 pieces, so I can send it to the Eastern Front, and it's going to take a while to get there because we have like 49 days for, or the distance. Once the Allied forces get closer, I mean, I hope they won't get closer, it takes a lot less time to ship out the resources. So that's the irony of the fact that it takes you less time because the allies are also breathing down your neck. And you want to avoid that at all costs. Trying to look for anything worth building the advanced mine. And all I see is this gold deposit, but we're already extracting the gold at that pace as is. I would have to probably remove these two mines. I'm not sure if that would still keep the resource intact, because I haven't really tried to mess around with it. Theoretically, we can do elevator and build the advanced mine over this coal deposit, so that we have the fuel for the smelter, because we're gonna have to smelt a whole bunch of stuff as is. Like you can see already, we have a bunch of things queued up. Now we don't have the iron plates, and the iron plates are gonna be what we need in order to just keep on building things. Like here, iron plates are gonna be required for the advanced mines, but I would rather first invest into our infrastructure, because if we do not upgrade this, we are already looking at a tight energy production as is. So I really want to increase this. Now, this will also tinker with our water production, because the power generator is using water somehow. Don't ask. I don't know how, but don't ask. Okay, we have removed this. We're gonna get our resources back, and now I have 15 guys who need work. And I am not extracting any stone whatsoever, which is a little bit worrying to me. Right? Am I correct? Am I not getting additional stone? I'm not sure. No, we are getting stone from somewhere. Still need the gold, though. That's a choke point of sorts. Iron plates, this thing burns through the iron plates, so I'm not sure if it's worth making. We can make 4 of these, so let's make the MPs at least. This thing will burn through the deposits eventually. Still good to put the guys to work. Coal over here would be nice. Coal over here would be nice. Because there are 6 tiles. This one is kind of small. Both of these coal deposits would be actually quite nice to be able to tap into, but for that we would need to have a crazy surplus of the iron plates, and the iron plates are gonna eventually be required for production of armor plating and everything. So like having another production line is starting to look like a potential investment of sorts to me, but I really need to build the infrastructure first. Right now we're producing enough, but trying to somehow align this. Maybe I'll just build it under the quarters. Doesn't really matter. Remove the tunnel. We'll need to deplete this iron deposit, so we can dedicate like 5 guys in here. 225 of that stuff. We should be running research, but I don't want to spend the money because then I cannot build the goddamn infrastructure. This is not gonna give me enough to get the other thing rolling. But I'm gonna need another production line because we are already like backed up and they're just not able to keep up with the demands. So 350 kilos of iron almost. That's nice. Train is arriving. We are not getting gold, however, which sucks. So we are responsible for generating our own. Next supply shipment is also gonna be void of gold. So all the gold currently being produced is heavily dependent on our own capability to be self-sufficient. I want to first invest into the infrastructure, and then we're gonna do the second production line. It's gonna be the better choice, and I can build it like adjacent to the one so that they're one next to another. I would rather save up 160 gold, water 400, steel profiles, pipes, prefabricated walls. How many prefabricated walls we have? 42.5. Okay, that's a lot. Don't really want to tap into the metal right now. It's gonna take us a little bit longer. We really need to ramp up the production of gold somehow. This one is not gonna cut it, but we also cannot just have access to stupid quantity of gold. We need to make sure that our coal situation will not be negatively affected, because I went a little bit crazy and like decided to, I don't know, use up all of our resources. Copper is, however, problematic because I'm unable to find a decent deposit of it. I mean, this is the first one which would resemble like investment into the production of the advanced mine. 2, 4, 6, so that will be able to accommodate one. Infrastructure, build the generator, smelt some gold. Yeah, this is gonna take 3 minutes. This thing is gonna take a while to construct. Thankfully, we don't need personnel to man this. Workers' quarters, build it. I don't know. No. Don't buy food now. We need the money. Kind of forgot that actually building this would spend money too, so kind of screwed myself over here. Okay, this does not, the upgrade does not cost me money, so I can go for it. We need 100 gold, which means we need to smelt this 5 times, so 2 more times in order for us to get there. We have to also keep in, yeah, like right now our water situation is going to shit. We can theoretically turn this off. This would equals us out, and we are not negatively affecting our water situation. And once the water pump is up and running, then the advanced power generator can be turned on, and we're going to be able to do what needs to be done. Tunnels cost gold to be made. Mines cost gold to be made too. This is quite a lot of... Yeah, like here, if I would build the second gold mine, woof, that would be awesome. But 2.4 tons still here waiting to be extracted. There's a lot of stone even here, and some copper too. But nothing really crazy that I would go totally nuts for. It's gonna give us 20 kilos, and one more will get us there. This infrastructure, advanced water treatment. What do we get afterwards? We're getting 200 kilos of gold, so that's actually quite nice. And we are completely out of copper ore. And now we flip the switch. Both of these are now fully operational. Production, prefabricated walls, now we do not have. Iron plates. We're gonna need to get some copper mine up and running ASAP. This deposit, theoretically we can do 2 mines in order to just clear this out. It's really ineffective, especially if we were to dedicate 5 guys to set location. Theoretically what we can do, build a tunnel, tunnel, build towards this deposit of stone, and have the advanced mine constructed there. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. We need to check what are we currently working with resource-wise. I hate the fact that I have to do this single line or single square at a time, because if I'll build some sort of massive tunnel in that general direction and I have to delete it one by one, I'll go crazy. So we have 25 guys. There's iron deposit here, so that's 500. Okay, so 2 iron, 1 gold, 2 gold, stone, 2 stone, 2 iron, 2 gold, 3 coal, and 1 uranium. So the thing which is really missing is copper. Unfortunately, I don't see a major copper deposit. There are 4 squares here. I saw something in this general direction. These deposits here. Theoretically, we can reach out to the stone deposit here is kind of in our way. So worst case scenario, what would happen if I would go like this, build a mine, just humor me, then build the tunnel, and then build the advanced mining rig. This way we get the additional copper. We can put in 5 guys in order to extract the stone. This way we have 3 stone mines in operation. We can still mess around with this gold deposit here, or we can try to get to some coal deposit like down here. Elevator and mine this out. This one will be up and running eventually. It's gonna only take up so many guys. Production. We don't have gold now because of the elevator construction. Wow. Well, now we are able to make a lot of money. Nice. Don't have copper. Hopefully this mine will change that. So that's 2 tons of copper sitting in here. So this was a good investment, I guess. 300% efficiency, especially. Get the 10th guy back into this gold mine. This stone deposit is almost depleted, so we're gonna have to reallocate these workers elsewhere and build the coal mine over here, right next to the elevator shaft. That way we don't have to travel too far. I still think with the super heavy amount of these iron spules which we keep pumping out, having the second production line would be absolutely beneficial. So prefabricated walls can make 4 or 20. Can make cement. We can make a lot of crushed stone, so eventually we can make more cement. And we run science on anything. We should hold on to the money. I kind of need it right now for the advanced mines and so on and such. Still don't know how I feel about these mixed deposits of resources. They can be all over the damn place. Especially since you have like 11 kilos and then 2.2 tons of gold in one location, and the 11 kilos are just sitting there. I mean, I can theoretically just flip if I find the right sequence of things, because this is also kind of buggy as hell. It's still iron that keeps being prioritized, and no matter what I do here, maybe if I click it again, now we can extract the iron first and then the gold. So the 11 kilos are going to be depleted rather quickly, and then we can just utilize the location for gold itself. This is copper, 2 tons, so we will be able to smelt a whole lot more of it. Already seeing the results of that. Production line. Let's build second one. That way we will be left with 14 guys. We can keep pumping out the iron plates at faster rate. I mean, I can have just location dedicated to production of iron plates. As long as I then also make sure that I'm creating sufficient quantity of everything else, we will be okay. But having like the infinite thing turned on, unfortunately, it does not work the way I hoped for it to do. So that, let's say you would turn on multiple functions for infinity, and they would be like constantly churning out one, and it would go just like in certain order constantly until God knows what. No, it's not how it works, unfortunately. So that sucks. That does suck. Okay, so we're gonna turn on the infinity production here. We have to be careful about wood, because wood we have to keep importing. We cannot produce that by ourselves. That's just the unfortunate fact of being inside of mountain. But if we will be able to keep up the iron steel production and all the other productions, we are going to be able to provide them with what they do require. Okay, prefabricated walls is what we don't have. So let's make it happen. The cement factory is working like crazy. Guess we can make the weapon parts. I'm not really sure right now. You gotta shoot me if they are used for anything besides the pistols or some other nonsense. We can go with the flamethrowers. Then we can have the production towards... Oh yeah, frick. I need to get the chemical plant. Should have gone with the chemical plant. The chemical plant is able to create chemical substances, and unfortunately it's using gold in order to turn out the chemical compound, which is then able to be turned into TNT, and then when you research like the explosive weapons, you are able to get what you need. Reinforced steel plates, yeah, these things are going to be used for eventually producing different things, but I want to focus here. So the chemical nonsense thingy, and we're gonna need a whole lot of cheddar in order to be able to afford the TNT. So you guys just keep on turning out the iron plates constantly. You guys are responsible for all the other funky stuff. So I don't even have to keep giving you the task of crafting these, because you can be just in charge of everything else that we will require. I'm gonna have to clear out this thing too. Thing is, if I would build it like this, it would have both copper and both stone. Just not the worst thing, but it's messy production. Tunnel. And theoretically we can do elevator. Bam. Production. Now we don't have the gold because we had to build the tunnel and the elevators. Ah, this is annoying. A lot of gold to be produced. 200 kilos of gold on their way. No resources to dig. Okay. Remove. How are the other mines looking? Ah, crap. I forgot to equip you in here. And there's like literally 5.5 tons of coal sitting here. Oh my god. How long have you been sitting here? We can theoretically upgrade the uranium production so that we have a decent stockpile of it. 180, 36. Okay, these deposits are starting to dry up, so eventually we're gonna have to reaccommodate the people elsewhere. It's kind of shocking that at the start of the game, when I started the previous episode, I had like constantly sabotage. And ever since I started again to like continue the series and just play the save file, not a single goddamn sabotage. Nothing. I got no idea what's going on or why is it like it is. It's so freaking weird. So freaking weird. Use everything else. And we're gonna work towards explosive compounds, therefore TNT. Uranium enrichment is right now not gonna be used for anything. I really hate the fact of how these things are aligned in the tech tree and everything, because it just makes for a really messy production. And if you don't know what the hell you're supposed to be doing, like for example, right, if you go and you start researching flamethrowers, explosive, artillery ammunition, you suddenly find yourself that, huh, that's nice, but I cannot produce it. And then if you go down this route and you get to the chemical plant, but you have not produced explosive weapons, for example, you realize that, holy shit, I built the chemical plant, but it's unable to produce anything useful for me. So what do you do afterwards? You know, here, for example, we already require TNT just to research the artillery ammunition. Therefore, if you have not gone down this route, you will not be able to get to the artillery ammo and so on and such. So it's a little weird in that order. We have quite a lot of stuff. MP40s are piling on. Again, I'm kind of stuck here. Advanced mine reached the necessary stage. 1.2 tons of stone, copper. Let's clear out the copper first. God, I hate this. Copper has been put as top priority. We can then build the mine here for the additional copper to be extracted by humans. Then we can theoretically build like another advanced mine here, or not really. We can build one over here for the iron, although we keep extracting iron by utilizing our workforce as is. This thing has 4 guys. This thing has 4 guys. Wow, we can make a lot of money. Now we ran out officially out of gold. No space. So now we are able to keep on pumping out whatever we have. Beton minen. This is what we need. The steel hand granada. This thing is absolutely awesome. Helps to actually turn the tide of war. So I heavily recommend it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Wow, that's a lot. And now our energy production is suffering. Prefabricated walls, we need those. Otherwise, we're gonna be screwed. 151 kilos. What do we need? Energy, huh? And the problem here is we are gonna require both things, no matter what I do here. It's just how it is. Oh, theoretically, we can upgrade these fuckers. So I don't actually need to build the new ones. I can just upgrade these ones and they will have greater output. And there we go. But I still gotta keep an eye out on these two metrics. We have 12 guys to accommodate or to put to work. So we're gonna require the chemical plant. For that, we require those prefabricated walls, which we are currently making. A lot of cement. A lot of crushed stone. We don't have any goddamn iron spools. How the hell did that even happen? Huh, fun stuff. Well, then I guess let's produce stuff out of wood. You are unable to produce these. We don't have the iron spool. Wow, how many times can we actually upgrade these two bastards? That's interesting. 2 times? Chemical plants. Chemical plants. We can build it up here. But we're gonna need to go down the rabbit hole of the greater warehouses, master warehouses, because these things are used to eventually store things like the anti-aircraft weapons and so on and such. So you will be forced to build them eventually, no matter what the hell you try to do. There is no escaping. You know what? Let's turn it off. Iron spool is necessary right now. We are completely out of iron spool, that is. We can make like a crap ton of it. Do have the necessary resources, but the smelter is unable to keep up with my demands. Can I research something at least in the meantime? We can go with the warehouse. Let's go with the officer quarters, the propaganda training center, the counterintelligence and so on and such, so that we use up some of that money and some of the sciencey points. These things are at least useful because they remove the chance of the saboteurs to appear. But not by that much. We can send out 0.6. Send it to the northwestern front. At least we get rid of those damn things. We are sitting at a lot of these. I need TNT. I don't need the weapon parts. And here we see chemicals for the flamethrowers. 2 guys over here, and we're going to be using money in order to buy chemicals. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And from the chemicals, we are able to start producing TNT. Once we have them, of course. So I gotta be careful on how I spend my money. Propaganda. And then the training center. I'm not really sure what the training center does, to be perfectly honest with you all. We need to upgrade our second lab so that we actually boost our sciencey output, because it's right now not growing further and we're kind of stuck in place. And so if we would actually just use up all of our science points, we would not be creating new ones, so I would not be able to finish these additional fancy research sciencey stuff. One more lab will be able to be accommodated here. That is if we have enough scientists. It doesn't really show you some sort of breakdown of how many science guys you have available, which sucks. Now we're producing +5. Awesome. Intelligence lab, build it here. so it's nicely aligned. I'm quite sure I'm gonna need more scientists eventually. Worst case scenario, we can upgrade these two again in order to boost the production of water and electricity. And now we can start making TNT so that eventually we can make those Stielhandgranate. Betonmine is not the most useful thing. Also, it uses your cement, so not crazy about it, to be honest. Okay, so still no iron spiel. What the frick? Okay, somehow the copper thing got stuck in there and just I don't know what the hell happened, but we lost quite a lot of time and production on this BS, so please don't do that again, or I'll be angry, and you don't want to see me angry. We don't have the iron spools, so I think we will require the empty boxes as is for the artillery ammunition. So that's why I keep making them. This is correct. We can theoretically upgrade our output, but it's not really necessary right now. Training center, we don't have what money? We're completely broke. I might need another smelter. Fun stuff. In order to supply the never stopping demand for things. And once we have TNT, these suckers are gonna be able to be produced. I have quite a lot of explosives. We have the workers, so we can accommodate them still, thankfully. It's especially because we're switching the production to these large advanced mining drills, which are able to operate at 300% efficiency in comparison to the regular mines, which have to have like 10 guys in them just to get some resource out. Okay, so now we're getting actually deposits to the depletion state. Okay, we're gonna have to look for some new deposits, I'm guessing. I have like 50 guys now without work, and that is not okay for me. So we're gonna build a mine, because these two coal deposits still are able to be tapped into. Question is, how much can we get out of them? Rebars. We don't have rebars because we have kind of screwed up our production of iron spool. So let's pump out as much as you can. So now, since we have the second location, it will operate. That way we are able to keep making iron plates infinitely and the other nonsense elsewhere. Cement, crushed stone for more fun stuff. These two cannot be further upgraded, which is a-okay. But we seriously need to turn up the production. 620 is actually not the worst. Okay, you are definitely getting upgrade because that's 1.2 tons. Fuck it, let's upgrade both of these. 600 kilos of coal is still 600 kilos of coal. This gold deposit will be mined like this. We need rebars. For that, we need the steel production to be operational and cooperating with us fully, so the spules need to be pumped out steadily, constantly, without a stop. And right now is what I'm wondering, if like these things are just running the production and it's not actually being stored. Because I don't see the iron spool appear here. So this is a bug. You basically have the production running. And I'm not sure if it's related to me having, let's say, the warehouse logistic. Because now without the greater warehouse or the other warehouse, these resources are being produced, but they are literally missing out of ether. So they are being made, but you do not see them being deposited in here. And I'm not currently using the iron spools, despite the fact that I have like 2 locations which are pumping out either gold or something. Like when this will be done, I should have 57 gold. Well, I have 57 gold. I have 57 gold. But I don't know where the iron spool is going. So I need the infrastructure and I need to build the goddamn warehouse. Apparently, or something. I'm not sure. It's really pissing me off though. Really. Greater warehouse. I don't have the option to upgrade this main warehouse. This is the one with which you start. This is the greater warehouse where we need the prefabricated walls. I don't have the rebars because all the iron spool is disappearing somewhere. So I'm kind of fucked here. Despite the fact that we are actually burning through the iron ore. 250 iron plates. Where is the fucking iron spool going to? The sure as shit ain't here, so I'm not sure. This is really pissing me off. Oh, the grenades. We can make those, so start producing those. So at least we can buy ourselves some time on the front lines. We have over a month before they get close, but I don't want to get closer. Prefabricated walls. If I don't know. Let's resume the production like this. Maybe then it's gonna be stored in here. I mean, it's literally showing you that you have only like 28% of shit stored in here. So there is space for this stuff. If there is 1 ton of steel profiles, then there has to be room for the iron spool, which we keep producing. Yet by some freaking miracle, it's not being stored in here. And this is what pisses me off on this game. There's these sudden disappearances of shit, and yeah, it just completely ruins your immersion and completely fucks up the whole thing for you, because all of a sudden this production and the prefabricated walls cannot be done because these resources are going God knows where, and I just don't have the prefabricated walls. I have 16. I would have to like probably demolish a mine in order to get the prefabricated walls or some BS. Especially the upgraded ones, where we have 10 guys. So that I can build maybe another warehouse where the iron spool would be located towards. I have no fucking idea where all this iron spool has gone to. But I have been making it like crazy. And it's just nowhere to be found. Absolutely nowhere. And the weirdest thing is that it's not affecting the gold production. Or maybe even the copper production. Because we already have this sitting in there. So maybe it's because I have actually like used up the icon in the list of everything, and now it cannot be accommodated or some bullshit. I have no idea, guys. I still do not recommend this game to be bought by you. The concept works, it's fun, it can be challenging, especially if you go for the hard difficulty, which was initially the only difficulty which you were able to play around with. But I mean, yeah, if it's still showing you this type of bullshittery, I just cannot simply recommend it because it does not make goddamn sense. I don't have rebars, I don't have anything, I cannot do shit. It sucks. It really does. Now, I want to keep making more than just goddamn grenades and shit, but... where will this iron spule go to, huh? Because it's not here. And if it's not here, we cannot produce iron plates, rebars, and all the other shit. Then I cannot make the prefabricated walls and do anything. And I would have to, once again, like a total freaking idiot, cancel the game, close it, return from, like, after I completely shut it off, return, and see if that would resolve the issue. And that should not be involved in the game whatsoever freaking ever. If the basic in-game mechanics, which you heavily rely upon, which is the complete supply chain, breaks down and falls apart, sorry, the game does not belong on Steam Store. It does not belong there. Now, I can actually start shipping the goddamn grenades. We have quite the serious supply here, and you can actually see that for 24, you get a day's worth of time. So we are able to send out a lot of these grenades. We can only do it one front at a time, but we are sitting on, like, what, maybe 4 additional days or so, and we still keep on pumping additional grenades. Steel profiles. Okay, so 20 kilos of steel profiles are going to be shipped in, but I need rebars. Iron spule is just sitting here laughing at me, and I cannot do jack shit about it. I'm gonna try to process it. I'm gonna try to build it. Quarters, prefabricated walls. You never get shipment of prefabricated walls. That's the first thing which you have to keep in mind. And maybe wait, see if I would get the potential rebar, but I highly doubt it. Prefabricated walls 5, okay. So I would have to actually be depleting or deleting these upgraded mines in order to get... No, that's already the prefabricated walls. So... I'm literally missing one. I think if I would build the freaking thing, it would actually resolve the whole issue for me. Tunnel. Because now we have kind of locked away these 6 dudes here. $36 guys that need work. I would rather build the greater warehouse than just a normal one, but if I won't be able to build this one fucking prefabricated wall, I can go suck a big fat donkey. Damn it to hell. 4.5 ton, 1.2. Fuck it. Let's see if this will work. We get the prefabricated wall. The coal seems to have remained, so that's awesome. Let's build this fucker. And let's see if this is gonna resolve my issue with the iron spule disappearing into ether. This is really fucking pissing me off. If all of a sudden I'm gonna get like 200 tons of it in here, I'll be happy. But, not really sure if this is gonna resolve my problem. Okay, now the iron spew is actually flowing in. For some reason, there's some bug with the warehouse system. And I'm kind of sure it's semi-involved with the greater warehouse or warehouse logistics in the tech tree. It has to be somehow bound to this shit, because I just don't understand how else you would explain that all of a sudden I have access to the iron spew, and until now I was not able to make it. So what the hell happened then? We have like a crap ton of seal profiles, so fuck those. I need the rebars. Gold is not affected. Iron got affected. Don't get it. Don't get it. Don't want to get it. Just keep on producing what you owe me. Okay, so at least I was able to resolve this nonsense, but it does piss you off because it kind of affects a whole bunch of things for you. I wasn't able to create goddamn prefabricated walls. How fucking dumb is that? Okay, let's ship out more grenades. 30, 29. I don't know, give myself 3 days with the frontier. Then we'll send to the northwest. Artillery ammo. Let's make it. It helps out. Now we don't have TNT because we don't have chemicals. But the iron spew is here. So we can make sure to produce as many of these prefabricated maracas as we need. Okay, remove. Yes, ship out. Artillery ammo is quite nice because, as you can see, it gives you a lot of breathing room, so we can send it over here, give ourselves like 3-point-something days. We are still going to be able to do quite a lot thanks to the fact that we were able to make the other stuff. Let's make some copper because we're going to require it, and you keep producing iron. The thing is, I'm kind of not sure if the spew has gone over here and if we have immediately used up everything. But the issue is, of course, also in the fact that for a time we were producing these things and they just disappeared into thin air, and it's really upsetting. And in order for me to actually even suggest that it's related to the tech tree, that's a bold claim. But the thing is, these issues never start until you actually reach this point in the research tech tree. So is it really related to that, or is it not? That's a good question, for which I would really love to have an answer, which I don't, which pisses me off. Okay, there's this gold deposit which I want to tap into. There's gold ore here which we are already extracting. Here's the 4.5 tons of coal which we are getting. We can get additional coal out of here if we build the mine in that general direction. We of course need to ramp up production of stuff. Iron ore is absolutely horrendously low in our reserves. I'm quite sure it's related due to this whole bullshit with the production running and the resource not being stored anywhere. I'm gonna need to accommodate production of freaking thanks. Okay, thinking out loud what to do. Let's keep making cement. You ship out stuff. 2.4 days. I could have given them grenades as well. We're still waiting. Okay. And we're gonna have to send it to the southwestern front. Because there's 28 days, the rest are at 30. But a good call on this thing. Maybe it is related to it, who knows? But the tank components are absolutely pissing me off because these things are here, yet you're not going to be able to do anything with them until you like reach the tank plant. And even in the tank plant, you need to research actually mouse in order for you to actually start producing just about anything out of the tank plant. And the tank plant needs to be built like all the way in some sort of shithole, God knows where, and it's just total freaking nightmare. You have to go like all the way to the right, and there these plants can be built underground, and you need to attach the tunnel to the lowest edge of the building and whatnot. It's just a whole bunch of BS. And now I somehow lost the control over the mouse, so like I'm not able to click on things. It's weird. It is weird. What do we not have? Anti-aircraft defense. What am I missing? I need to research the tank components and the reinforced steel plates. Small self-propelled tanks are the Goliaths. Those are the like small little RC cars which have a massive TNT charge attached to them. Quite a messy thing. Send it down to the south. Oh my god, it's still waiting. Okay, so I have 60 guys who need work, and I need to mine out serious, copious amounts of iron. And I'm trying to figure out how to do it in the best effective way. The first idea comes to mind like this. Big tunnel here, elevator here, and just mine this like there's no tomorrow. That's a lot of iron which I just don't want to leave behind. Infrastructure, elevator, bam. Production, advanced mine, bam. Second mine can go here, third mine can go even here. These deposits are small, that's true. Why aren't you being built, man? Is it because this thing is being built and you cannot build two things simultaneously? Because I'm sitting on a stockpile of 60 guys who do absolutely nothing? Okay, again, the iron spool issue. And it's mostly due to lack of iron. So once this is done, this will be done, then this will be done. And then we can mine out this with the manual. Why is this goddamn elevator? Okay, let's try this shit again. It's weird as hell. Game, please stop pissing me off. Why am I unable to build it here? Are you seriously trying to tell me I need to build a freaking tile of tunnel? Or I have to build it elevator here? I would not even be able to extract it that way. I would have to like tunnel my way, build an elevator or some bullshit up here so that the large drill can be installed in here. Why is this not being constructed? What the fuck? Okay, let's try this again without pissing me off. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm gonna have to tunnel here. I'm gonna have to tunnel here, and I'm gonna have to build this fucking elevator like a total dumbass. This is another thing which I noticed. And, like, if I would not be able to get here, this shit would be just sitting here until all eternity, because apparently you cannot cancel out this blueprint or some bullshit. Which is just ridiculous. Production, advanced mine, suck my something. Build 2, 3. So this one has 700 kilos. Who knows how much is in these other deposits. We're now missing gold, which we can smelt because we don't have gold. I don't know if I want to do it manually, the gold mining. I mean, this top layer over here, sure, fuck it. Like, I don't care that it's gonna take me probably an eternity to extract this, but these 8 are gonna be extracted by the drill. Because it's just gonna be more efficient. 200 kilos, 400 kilos, get it done. This way we get the iron. And that way we can be producing stuff, I guess. And I don't know. And we make artillery ammo? No, we don't have TNT. So yeah, even after the 1.1 version, patch, whatever you want to call it, still don't think the game is ready to be in your Steam library. Still missing that something extra special, so that these bugs are not negatively affecting your experience overall. And the fact that I, for example, will struggle here to build a tile of freaking tunnel or elevator because it's below, or some bullshit, is, I don't know. Once it works, then it doesn't work. You tell me which is better. But anyhow, that's gonna be it for this one. So if you did like it, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more, you know what to do. Click the subscribe button and all that other jazz. And hopefully I will see you all in the comments whenever this episode will be released onto the channel. I have a lot of things in pipeline because I'm hoping that by having a couple of weeks of content prepared ahead, I will be able to work maybe on another episode of the comparison series or something. Unfortunately, won't be able to take too much vacation this year. Changed job twice, so that kind of sucks. And yeah, so if you spend literally half of the year in trial period when the employer can terminate your contract, it's something which I'm not really that ecstatic about. So yeah, just keep that in mind. It's not that I'm lazy or something, or that I don't want to work on stuff. It's just I have to adjust my schedule and all this nonsense. So yeah, fun stuff. Maybe I should seriously set up Patreon or something to help me with some expenses or something, but we will see. If I don't have some added value for you, I just see the Patreon as sort of rip-off. So I would not like to do that, and we're gonna see. I'm quite sure I'll be able to figure something out, hopefully, one of these days.